He gave an early endorsement of candidate Barack Obama, he campaigned relentlessly in the Old Dominion, and he delivered a majority Democratic congressional delegation, a Democratic senator, and a Democratic president for the first time in 44 years. And so, this week, Governor Tim Kaine of Virginia was chosen to head the Democratic National Committee, a reward from his friend, the new president. Several factors combined to push Virginia into the blue category this year, not just Kaine. But that occurrence, combined with his status as a supposed vice presidential finalist, have catapulted him onto the national stage. Likewise, a lot of what happens in the national elections in 2010 will have to do with what the Democratic Congress and White House are able to accomplish, not just Kaine's strategizing. However, it is possible that Kaine, while rightfully putting the people's business of Virginia first, may be losing time on building that strategy during his last year in office. And regardless of how well he performs in this new job, the very fact that he took it will present immediate problems. The governor faces constant stonewalling in Richmond from the House of Delegates, which holds a 6-seat Republican majority. Their message has been clear. Don't raise taxes statewide, especially not to pay for roads and mass transportation up in the liberal and illegal immigrant-ridden suburbs of Northern Virginia. After many years, multiple special legislative sessions that had to be funded by the taxpayers, and a state Supreme Court ruling, the General Assembly has failed to pass a comprehensive transportation funding package. To resolve this issue and the massive budget cuts that are needed to close a $3 billion gap, Kaine will need to work delicately with Republican House members, something he's not done too well up until this point. But after this news, the Republicans will trust him even less. On the national stage, he'll have to be rabidly partisan, while simultaneously reaching across the aisle at home. He needs to build a coalition with Republicans, while simultaneously plotting their demise. A good measure of Kaine's operational acumen would be if Democrats manage to keep the governorship and gain the House of Delegates in November. But if they lose both, his effectiveness as party chair would be off to a rocky and embarrassing start. He still remains popular in Virginia, but so does the man seeking the governor's office in November, Republican Attorney General Bob McDonnell. And while Kaine, who is constitutionally barred from seeking a second term, can legitimately claim Republican meddling for failing to produce a transportation package, he might be accused of not being as cooperative as his predecessor, Mark Warner, who's now a senator, and who closed an even bigger budget gap 4 years earlier. Virginia is less conservative than it was 8 years ago, but it is by no means reliably Democratic. Even with rigorous campaigning by Kaine, Warner, and possibly even Obama, the Democratic nominee for governor this fall will face a close fight. Ironically, the former Democratic National Committee chairman and Northern Virginia resident Terry McAuliffe is seeking the nomination. Even though he was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, in his YouTube announcement he borrowed a phrase from Obama, saying, "Yes, we can do it again." While he has not yet had a chance to debate on state issues, McAuliffe's candidacy means that there will be a 2/3 chance that the Democratic nominee will be a Northern Virginian, and hopefully that will give the new administration leverage to ram metro, commuter rail, and smart growth funding through the legislature, even if it does mean higher taxes. I don't mind. It's more necessary now than ever. For the 28th Amendment, I'm Michael Carlick.